Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood. Once again, joined by Mr. Chemical Julian and two special guests, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Phil Lindsay from Grapsities. You can catch him every Saturday on Fightful Select, Fightful.com, and my boy, Mr. NWA Power himself, the one and only, the King of Philly, the Church's Money, your boy Black G's. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. G's, what is up, my man?
What's going on, bro?
Oh,
Chilling. Know what I mean? How
okay,
we do?
we wanted to get you on here, ladies and gentlemen. It is now Chocolate City tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got four black men on the podcast tonight. Oh my God, we are breaking all the rules. There's a reason why we are the rule breakers, the heels, the real heels of BodySlam.net. we doing all kind of crazy shit on BodySlam.net. But so geez, NWA Power.
hmm
Man, tell us what is going on with NWA Power. You got a lot of juice over there right now. What is up?
I mean, it's going good, man. You know what I'm saying? I started with them back in June. And you know what I'm saying? Like things just took off right away. It's a good fit for me, you know what I'm saying? That studio atmosphere, that's for me. You know what I'm saying? And like none of the talent isn't handcuffed, you know what I'm saying? Like like they just want you to be yourself and and get over. You know what I'm saying? There's no like stuff like as far as like promos aren't scripted. You know what I'm saying? You'll have bullet points, you know what I'm saying? And then you just go out there and you do what you gotta do. So it's been great for me so far. I'm looking forward to this weekend too. Another big pay-per-view coming up. It's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? We at home base in Atlanta and you know what I'm saying we're gonna kill it this weekend.
Man, speaking of Atlanta, man, Cody Rhodes brought that golden shovel out. Man, I was like Triple H all over. Somebody getting buried tonight, man. But hey, tell the people about Black G's, about the Church's Money. Give them like a rundown on you, man. Like you as I know a lot about you. You're my partner. We've been up and down the road beating people up, but let these people know like
hmm
what makes you TV ready.
All right, so I've been in the game for a long time, 21 years, bro. From Philly, from West Philly. Um, like I mean, the resume speaks for itself. Like I've wrestled for every company out there aside from AEW. You know what I'm saying? And like you know this, bro. Like I've been TV ready for years. You know what I'm saying? And everywhere I go, I get over. Not even being arrogant, bro. Like everywhere I go, I get it done. And like for the longest time, having an opportunity and a company that had TV, that just escaped me. And it was frustrating. You know what I'm saying? I was bitter about it, but I just kept going. You know what I'm saying? And then, finally got this opportunity with NWA. And like I said, bro, it's taken off. You know what I'm saying? I had those little a handful of appearances with Impact a few years ago that didn't really go anywhere. You know, but it's about right now and the future. And the future is looking good for the church's money. You know what I mean?
I like hearing that. I like hearing that. So let the cats know where they can reach you on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, you know, OnlyFans, whatever, whatever you got. Let the cats know where they can find you.
All right, you can reach me on Twitter and Instagram at G's215, JEEZ215. You know what I'm saying? That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I got as far as social media. I don't have TikTok, I don't have Snapchat. It was just like getting to be like too many things to like keep track of, you know what I'm saying? So I just got rid of a bunch of that stuff.
I'll tell you a little secret. I figured out how to connect all my social medias to the same one. I figured out how to connect it all to one. So if I if I post on one, it posts on all of them. So
Yeah.
I made it easier on myself.
But then like, sometimes you want to like you can be like really detailed on some of them and not as detailed on others. So like it
True.
can get like to a point where like you spending way too much time on these social media joints. You know what I'm saying? So like a bunch of them just had to go. I just didn't want to spend that much time on them. So like I get everything done on Twitter and Instagram really. You know.
Sweet. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been your boy, the Church's Money Black G's. You can catch him on NWA Power. You can catch him this weekend in Atlanta. doing the most out there, man. Hey, good luck out there, and I'm gonna hit you up offline, and we can talk about your boy making his last run in the NWA.
All right, people. Yo, check us out, NWA. We in Atlanta this weekend. We got TV tapings from Friday all the way up to Monday. Hard Times 2 pay-per-view on Saturday. You can check that out on Fight TV. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Always, man. There's always a receipt at the table for you.
Wait, hold up. I gotta hear G say it.
What's up?
How much you weigh?
How much I weigh?
Yeah.
I weigh 185.
No, my man weighed a brick and a half.
I thought,
yeah.
I thought you was good. Yo, I thought you was going there, bro. I ain't know you remembered that stuff, bro. Appreciate that, man.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I remember the first time I heard that. I was like, yeah.
I might have to start using that again. You know what I mean?
All right, man. I'll holler at you later.
Like, isn't Darius
all
at
right,
the
bro.
shows this weekend too?
Yeah, Darius. Yeah, Darius gonna be there. Darius Lockhart, he gonna be there all weekend, man. He's a good dude, real talented, strong promo, strong character. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to working with the homie, you know what I mean? So, like if you got me and Darius Lockhart on there, imagine us two going at it on the mic. You know what I'm saying? That's money right there,
That's that CM.
So you never know what's gonna happen.
Shit.
The only way to see it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's good a lot of brothers is getting opportunities, man. You know what I'm saying? That escaped a lot of us for a while, but a lot of cats are getting opportunities, and the best thing that we can do is stick together. You know what I'm saying? Other people stick together. We need to stick together. It's been like a real big problem where like we don't stick together. You know what I'm saying? It's like for example, like we might see another brother that we might think is corny, so we won't associate with him. But bro, like we all gotta look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? And then like if you think somebody corny or whatever, work with them anyway. Bring out the best in each other. You know what I'm saying? That's all we can do. We gotta stick together. It's enough. It's like you know what I'm saying? It's enough. It's enough of us out there to where we can make this money together. You know what I'm saying? Like all that toxic negative BS, that's out the window, bro. 2022, we all need to just stick together and get this money. You know what I'm saying? Take this thing over.
Man,
For sure.
see, that's why I like having Jesus on my show. He be spitting real shit all the time. All the time. There's 3 people in this industry that I go to when I want to know real shit. I hit up G's, I hit up Homicide, and it's just 2 dudes that just be straight with me. And sometimes I hit up Eddie Kingston. Kingston be saying some shit that kind of give me like, whoa, man, that's serious shit. But G's always got that good. He's always got that good shit. And Homicide just be like, hey, fuck him.
Sometimes it be like
y'all
that.
know Homicide, it's true. He just be like, fuck it. But yeah, man. Hey, good luck. Good luck this weekend. Y'all can find my boy G's on Twitter. The Church's Money. Shout out to the homie, man. I'll see you. See you when I see you. Hopefully, I'll see you sooner than later. Which is
Definitely. And you know what I'm saying? You know we're gonna rap all weekend, bro. Let you up, let you know what's going on and everything. You know how we do,
sure.
bro.
For sure. All right, man. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast with your boy, Mr. Phil Lindsay, and the man himself, the mixologist of pro wrestling, your boy, Chemical Julian.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, cause they're taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, cause they're taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules...
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And look, you were on a plane. You were flying back on a plane. You were on the jet plane coming back home. You didn't get to see all the craziness that me and Phil got to see. Christ. Phil,
Yo,
you're the special guest, man. Tell us what the hell tell us what you thought about this crazy ass show, AEW Dynamite tonight.
first of all, I just would like to say, just sitting here during the commercial break, like this is the first podcast I've been on where during the commercial break there was a spot for a barbershop. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Get your
Hey,
face.
you know what? You want to know the cool thing about that barbershop?
Who's in the chair?
It's a female-owned barbershop, right? Big D, legit. She uses straight razor, bro. Straight razor cut all day, every day. It is the best haircut I've ever had, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get your hair cut right, go down to Big D's barbershop, man. I'm telling you, she do cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, braids, all that good stuff. Man,
Hey, man. If I didn't know that I was among my people watching that commercial, I know where I am now because I don't think I would have seen that anywhere else.
Hey,
we rep hard for Big D's barbershop on this podcast.
hey man, all you gotta do now is get you a spot for a barbecue shop and we'll be good to go.
Man, if I can get churches or Popeyes to sponsor this show, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You think I ain't gonna try?
We're lacking on Saturdays mornings now. Like I have to try and figure out how we can slide a barbershop commercial onto our podcast now.
Hey, well, Will lives in LA, right?
He's in Denver, I think. Yeah, he's in Denver.
I got a barbershop in LA that will totally jump on your podcast. It's on MLK too, so it definitely will be on the podcast. See, Julian live in LA. He knows.
I was like, which one? I was like, the one on Pico?
Yep, that one too.
Headmaster Barbershop. Okay.
Oh man,
Oh,
I love
man.
it. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first ever chocolate. Let's call it Chocolate Wednesdays, ladies and gentlemen. Dynamite, AEW Dynamite with that smooth jazz chocolate voice of the franchise player with Mr. Phil Lindsay and the boy, the mixologist himself, Chemical Julian. We're bringing you the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast After Dark on BodySlam.net.
Hey man, so check it out. So I remember recently I saw I think it was on Twitter. I saw G's you posted on Twitter. I was like, man, the brother looked really familiar. And I've just watched a lot of wrestling over the years. And I was just thinking about it. And I was like, yeah, he wrestled Kings of Wrestling back in the day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, him and Ruckus had a big feud with the Kings of Wrestling over the
Yeah.
CZW tag team belts. And I
Yeah.
believe Claudio Castagnoli, otherwise known as
Cesaro.
Cesaro, was the CZW champion. No, I'm sorry, it was Claudio that was CZW champion, and G's had a long feud with him, and that's when I met G's. And me and G's just hit it off right from the gate. Homicides were actually the reason why me and G's got together, because Homicide and I were a tag team at one time, and he got double booked on the show, and he's like, I'll send the little homie G's your way. And then G's came to California, and we just ran a rough shot. I was like, we beat up Peter Avalon so much, it was ridiculous, bro. So I've been friends with G's and forever and a day, man. So he's just like, hey, whenever I call him up, like, you want to be on the show, psst, I don't care what time it is. I'm on the show. So there it
Man,
is.
but I forget what show I was watching, and he wrestled a match, and you know when they say like hailing from parts unknown, but they said weighing in at a brick and a half.
Yeah.
Never forget that.
I'm about to do that.
Never
I'm gonna do that
forget
in tribute on my next show. I'll be like weighing at 2 bricks in a piece.
And it was one of those things where like wrestling was on in the background, and I turned around because immediately I was like, he's got to be black. Yep.
Already knew.
Already knew. He's trying to get me to jump into the NWA power. I mean, I got enough NWA belts behind me that I've already broken enough history with the NWA. Do I need to go back to the NWA?
Hey man, reactivate one of the titles, bring it back to life.
No, man. No, these belts will stand in that trophy case. They ain't coming out, except that big red one right there. She got to come out every week. But the rest of them, they're staying there. They ain't coming out. I'm getting too old for this shit. Anyway, fucking Murtaugh over here. Let's get into this AEW Dynamite, man. Let's talk about this craziness that.
So let's talk about the kickoff match was your boy Daniel Bryan versus fives.
Oh, wait. Before we go any further, let me give a quick shout out to my boy AJ Francis right now. Hit me up on the Twitter machine. Bet. All right. AJ Francis with the follow on the Twitter machine for sure. Shout out to your boy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to AJ Francis, formerly known
AJ
as
Francis
Top D Zala in the Heezy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway. I mean, I liked what he was doing over there. I know some people were, feeling the kind of way because he was taking shots, but I like it, man. Get your shots off, man.
When you taking shots, man, like sometimes you're taking shots and you're getting them in and you're getting noticed,
Exactly.
Hey, man, sometimes it be like that. You got
Hey man, a high tide raises all ships, and it doesn't matter where you land. I mean, there's they say there's those things bad press. That's a whole nother discussion.
That's a whole nother discussion. We'll get into that.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. We'll get into that later.
So Daniel Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, came out and he fought. I gotta say, man, like okay, Phil, we do this. We do Raw, we do SmackDown, we do Rampage, and we do Dynamite. So at least 2 nights, at least 2 shows we talk about. We like the other 2 shows just happen to be there. So we talk about Dynamite, and Dynamite was on fire tonight. And the reason why it's on fire is because the first match on the card, I posted on Twitter. I said, look, the first hour in the show was lit.
Yeah.
Yes.
First match. Alan Angels, man, I will tell you, Alan Angels is fucking phenomenal, man. Like the dude just, I mean, Tony Khan, man, give me some of that Khan coin, man. Like, I'm serious. Tony Khan is doing the most. That guy is a wrestling genius. And the reason why he's a genius is because he's like Phil. He's like you, Chemical Julian. He's like me. He's a fan. He books what people want to see. And the storylines are so intricate. Man. So, Alan Angels came out there, man, and put on a 5-star match. I mean, like he did it a couple weeks ago when he wrestled Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
But tonight he showed up and showed out. I mean, like, the hometown dudes want to come home and they want to,
correct,
but get all their shit in. He did so good.
Yeah, I thought he was great. And I mean, he's had 2 good matches with Omega. I remember he had that first good match with Omega, and people are like, why is Omega giving this guy all this offense and why is he getting all this time? And I think it was to showcase him. And I think every time they've given him a chance like this, he's looked amazing.
Man, Julian.
Man, I think every time you have younger talent that has the opportunity to get showcased, I mean that's what they're supposed to do. So you take a Kenny Omega who's been in the business for quite a while. You take a Bryan Danielson who's been in the business for a long time. I mean, whether they go over or not, they should be able to show the strength of the younger talent that they're wrestling. And whether they win or not, it's still showing that this guy put up a good offense. It wasn't a squash match. Definitely this dude got his offense in. He got his shit in. And he put up a good fight, put in some good moves. I mean, the storyline here is that Bryan Danielson is coming after the champ. You know, he's going after some coward shit, as he puts it. So here's the funny thing, and this is what I was going to talk about. Bryan Danielson posing in front of the mic like this, that's not really him. But I believe after he knocked out Miro, they kind of had to pivot. And they had to change direction with him just a little bit and make him a little bit cocky. Now, the most cocky that we'd seen him was when he was, Earth guy with the wooden title and all that.
The Eco Championship, wherever it was.
Eco Championship,
Environmentalist,
which was a great run, by the way. But this, the posing for the camera stuff, that's not really him. But the dismantling people, oh shit, that's him all day, 24/7. So like, I knocked out Cole Cabana's tooth. I tore this dude's MCL, and then next week I'm going to do this to you, and I'm going to do that. I mean, that stuff is just, that's him all day, and that's money. And especially because he said, I'm going to do it in Dallas, the home of the Cowboys. That's just an even better story to tell right there. So, that gives everybody actually something to look forward to. That puts a little something on the story itself. So that's a real buildup right here that we have to Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW Championship.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. I agree with everything you just said about Bryan Danielson. I think that because of the situation that happened with Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
Like Moxley was slated to win that tournament.
Yeah.
Moxley was slated for this gimmick that Daniel Bryan is doing right now, or Bryan Danielson's doing right now. But I've known Bryan Danielson since the New Japan Dojo days, the LA Dojo days. And that was always in Bryan Danielson. Like, he is finally able to be unchained and the handcuffs are off, and he's finally able to like not only wrestle but have a personality and be able to talk on the mic and be able to say things that Vince would never let them say.
Sure.
What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, I definitely agree. It feels like Mox was supposed to win the tournament and turn heel, and I think they kind of caught an audible with Bryan. I'm just surprised how well it worked, because that was kind of a risk to try and go from a guy that everybody wanted to see in AEW, and they've done it well. They've gotten the fans to boo him, and that's just a testament to how good Bryan is. But like him coming out and trash talking to Towns and saying this is the best you got in the city is Allen, and beating him down in the match, and then afterwards trash talking Hangman a little bit more, and then jumping out of the ring immediately when he came down. I thought all this stuff was great. I thought the promo he cut afterwards was almost as good as the match. I don't think people have acknowledged that he's gotten as good of a promo as we've ever seen him.
No, I agree with that, because when the WWE, like when he was on the Indies, his promos fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And one thing I learned when I first started wrestling was, you cut a promo, and in the first 10 seconds of that promo, either people are going to like you or they're going to fucking hate you. Like, that's it. You can do any crazy thing you want to do. It's just like when you debut in a new town or when you come out of the curtain. The moment you walk out of that curtain, it's like, I equate it to like when you meet a woman for the first time. And every woman I've ever talked to, they'll tell you, I know if I'm going to like someone the first 30 seconds of the conversation. Same thing with wrestling fans. Wrestling fans are just like that. They know right from the gate, oh, this guy's the shits, or this guy is the shit. Shout out to our boy Oscar Hot Rod. He says, "What's up? What's up, Oscar?" Shane is in the room. Shane's talking about Brian's a great promo. He is a great promo. I just think that now that the chains are off, so to speak, now you're going to see a lot of greatness out of a lot of people.
Yeah. I think that time he had off where he was doing the GM stuff and he was doing the TV stuff on SmackDown, it actually benefited him because it let him talk more on TV and it forced him to get better at, acting and emoting and stuff.
The funny thing is, if you go back to, I remember like a while back, I bought that CD or that online video that Cole Cabana had done, following a bunch of indie wrestlers just going from town to town, and Bryan Danielson was one of those like real young dudes, like riding in the back of a van, going from town to town, doing indie shows, and great technician, but just a little scrawny kid coming out wrestling, who had all the mechanics, he had all the moves, he had all of the in-ring mechanics to make you believe he was the American Dragon or whatnot. But just because he was so young and literally hungry, like, hey, can someone kick me down with a hamburger? Like hungry? If he came out flexing in front of the camera like this, you'd be like, come on, cheeseburger, what you doing? But nowadays, I mean, this is later. Like, the dude's making money, he's well fed, he's got his protein powders, vegan, plant-based and whatnot. He's working out, he's got his regimen and trainer and whatnot. And so he's in great, I mean, he looks fantastic. He's actually had some time to rest, I think, and hopefully recover, get all of his concussion issues taken care of, and then get back to doing what he loves to do. And so, like I said, after knocking out Miro, who, I mean, we haven't seen for a while.
Oh no, Miro cut the Beast promo tonight.
Did I miss it?
You missed it. Miro's in purgatory, bro. Miro was like, "I'm coming for you, God." Like,
has he been forsaken?
Look, he's coming for God, but I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. God followed me on Twitter yesterday. That shit was awesome.
I saw that. And
I just looked up. I said, "Oh shit, God's oh, should I say that out loud? Like God's following me on Twitter."
Did you see a giant spotlight come through your bedroom window?
Bro, I was tripping. I was like, whoa. I was in the TV studio at work, and I was like, oh my God, God's following me. Wait, I shouldn't have said that out loud.
It's like, oh my you.
Oh my you. He's going to avenge Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, he came back. I mean, he came. Look, there were so many great things that happened tonight. Like, Miro cutting his promo, the CM Punk MJF gimmick, Cody setting himself on fire gimmick. But I gotta say this, and I gotta say this, and I'm saying it for my girl Kate Hensler, because she loves Arn Anderson. The Arn Anderson memes, she was loving them. The gif of Arn Anderson falling off the fucking stage tonight. That is going to be money. People are going to be posting that for years.
Arn, man. Arn is got it, man.
Man, look, you want to talk to somebody who do anything for the business?
Yeah,
that's your man.
Yeah, your man. Apparently falling off the stage last
Somebody was like, hey, Arn, man, Mae Young was really dedicated to this business. He was like, hold my beer.
he was like, hold my Glock. Hey, and then what's the guy's name? Jose. Jose picks him up. He helps him out of the hole and then starts punching him.
Hey man, look. Some days it's prime rib, some days it's a shit sandwich.
Some days it's spam. That was spam. That was some synthetic ham for real.
Yeah.
No, but so let's go to the second match. I'll let Phil take off on this one.
This was the match I was looking forward to when they announced it. This was the Punk Lee match, right?
Yep, Punk Lee Moriarty.
Man, I've been excited for Lee to get more TV matches since they signed him, and I feel like he showed out in this match. I felt like this was everything it needed to be for him, especially with an opponent as big as CM Punk, and I felt like he shined. He shined when given opportunity. There were a few counters he got off in this match that looked really crisp. The top rope spot into that roll through where I thought he was going to win after that. He rolled him up into that pin. I was like, oh wait. Of course the Pepsi twist spot where he came out of that and hit him. Great.
He reversed the Pepsi twist into the Pepsi plunge into his own Pepsi. It was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was, man. Yeah, he looked great. I mean, Punk continues to look good in these matches.
Yeah.
But I thought this was definitely a match to give Lee Moriarty the stage.
Yeah,
Hey,
Punk
so
really is
side
helping
note,
people out.
in WWE's action figures, they had to remove the Pepsi tattoo and the Cobra Commander, correct?
Yeah.
From the action figures. So when AEW makes their action figures, are they going to leave those in, or they still got to leave those out, or pay those? Royalty fees?
I don't know, man. Tony Khan's like, hey, I want this song. I'll pay this money for this song. I can pay this money for this link. I'll pay this money for this picture. GI who? Yeah, it's GI Khan now. I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. I ain't got no problems with it. Man, Tony Khan, what can you say? Just man. Just man. That's all I gotta say. The match was great. Like, if I had to give this match a rating, I gave it a 4.5.
Yeah, probably give it a 5.0 if they didn't stay in commercial for so long.
Yeah,
That's what did it, man. The picture in picture is just.
Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I get that you don't want.
I'm not
you don't
trying
want
to see
anybody
Gecko for like 3-5 minutes at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Like I renewed my car insurance watching that commercial. I'm like, shit, I better go ahead and get this discount they're talking about. Man. But yeah, I mean, I honestly think that it was an awesome fucking match. Lee Moriarty posted on Twitter that he was excited because he got to wrestle CM Punk, and he was like, he hit me with this move, and it was awesome. And I'm thinking to myself, but you hit him with this move. That made I said, look, I just replied to his tweet and said, you showed up, you showed out. 100.
He had the MF Doom mask on as well. That was also great.
Yeah. And then Punk came out with a rock and roll guys t-shirt on to kind of go off that too, which was kind of awesome. The Moriarty plunge.
Moriarty plunge.
Shane with his little witticisms. So yeah, there were a lot of cool things that happened on the show, man. I for one, I mean, I was excited to see my girl Jamie Hayter. You know, Jamie Hayter is the what do I call her? The quintessential. She is the prototype of a professional women's wrestler. She's got the look, she's got the ability, she's got that cool little promo. She's got that I don't want to say it factor because everyone says, oh, they got the it factor. They got the it factor. She has that, hey, I look good and I'm going to beat your ass look to her all the time. You know,
that's great music. Great music too, bro.
Yes. Yeah. She's doing the most of that music too.
She's got all the necessary components.
Yeah.
There you go. She got the diodes and everything. She's a quintessential prototype of a woman's professional wrestler, and I was really sad to see she wasn't. You know, I mean, we all know the TBS title is going to be Jade Cargill's belt. We all know that. We knew that from the gate.
TBS,
that bitch show. That's right.
She has been making a point to not do the DMD taunt every week, and I pointed it out a few weeks ago. She never does it, and so this week I noticed she had her arms in front of her this time, and she had her arms crossed.
You pointed it out on Grapsody, and that made me think about it. When you said it, I was like,
she never does it.
Let me think about that, and I rewound back to the video from the night before. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah,
she's
and this,
like not interested.
Yeah, this time she did it. I noticed. Usually her hands are down by her sides. This time she had her arms folded while they were doing it, and I don't know if that's
wearing a t-shirt. Or I mean, I know because she's wrestled. She wrestled tonight on the Rampage taping, so that's why she was in gear. But you mentioned that, on the Grapsody show, and I saw that and I thought about it, and then I started really paying attention. If you notice, the week after that, when they came out on Rampage, she didn't like Rebel, whatever, came out and
Rebel.
she came out, she's doing her thing, and she turned around like, come on.
Yeah.
And then she walked out like, I'm here.
Yeah, it was one week that she didn't do it, and Rebel, you can see her nudging her, like, "Come on, do the comp with us."
Yeah, so you can see that breakup's coming pretty soon. I think she's going to challenge for the world title.
Yeah,
I mean, she had a great match though. I mean, I was like, man,
great match with Thunder Rosa, and Britt cost her that match technically.
I love Thunder Rosa.
Yes, she sure did.
That match, yeah, Britt cost her that match with a super kick, and it was, dude, she's amazing. But the promo they cut was great. I love Tony Schiavone's interaction with her. Like, I love the interaction with her, and then I love when Adam Cole came out to do commentary.
So the Adam Cole thing was one of the highlights of the night for me. I thought them going out of their way to acknowledge the Adam Cole stuff that was going on Twitter by going, this is how hot this man is, that he can come out and do an entrance for nothing. Right? Not even a match, and everybody cheered him. He basically came all the way down to the ring, did his entrance, came all the way back upstairs, up and sat down and got cheered.
And as he was walking, because he walked out, he got in the ring, he did his boom, got in the ring, this Adam Cole, baby, got out of the ring and was walking up the ramp, and he goes, that's how you fucking do it. If you read his lips, he was like, that's how you fucking do it. And then he gets in the commentary booth and he just sits there and he's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then Orange Cassidy comes out.
So, I mean, Adam Cole did say, like, no matter where he's been, no matter what promotion he goes into, he makes his way to the top.
I'll say this right now: Arn Anderson is trending on Twitter, but it says Arn Anderson falls off the stage.
Arn Anderson has been trending on Twitter for the past couple of weeks for a number of reasons.
No Glock this time, though.
Not always for
the
best reasons, but for a number of reasons.
Bro, don't carjack Arn Anderson, man. I'm telling you, he'll fuck you up.
Hey, look.
You don't call me a enforcer for nothing.
Arn let you know a few weeks ago. He ain't the one to be carjacking.
Look, low key, ask Sid Vicious about Arn Anderson. That's all I gotta say. Ask Sid Vicious about Arn Anderson. Ask Arn why he can't go back to London. I'm just saying. I know Sid Vicious personally, and I know the story. Yeah, ask Sid Vicious about Arn Anderson. Ask my mentor Kevin Sullivan about Arn Anderson.
That Glock is a squeegee.
Ask my mentor Kevin Sullivan about Arn Anderson. He'll tell you. he'll tell you. Arn didn't want to be fucked with. He earned the name the Enforcer.
The Enforcer.
Arn works for Tony D'Angelo right now. All right, though, but for real, let's this is why the show always goes off the rails. We be talking shit.
I thought this segment was a great flexing kind of nod to people that were talking crazy on Twitter, and just making a point for him to do his entrance, and even the way commentary put it over when he did it. It was just all great. It was great.
I think that's why they did it too, because remember, all this week on Twitter, they were like, "Oh, because he came in and he did this, and now he's like a mid card guy, and
which is
this and that." And I'm like,
that was insane. Which, I mean, even the backtrack when you talk about Adam Cole coming into NXT, that was something that Vince couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Adam Cole, baby, couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
As much as people, as much as people love the glorious, Vince was like, let's stop doing that.
That was over though. I mean, that was over.
But you couldn't stop the Adam Cole. I mean,
no, you couldn't stop that
at all. It had been on the Indies for so long, and just everywhere the guy went, everywhere he wrestled, everybody just knew.
And the fact that if you want to compare WWE to AEW in that instance, WWE refuses to let people be people. Like Braun Breaker, they make these stupid. Oh, he's a son of he's like a dog-faced gremlin, and he's like a Steiner. do? Just fucking
You-
call him Bronson
You
Steiner,
got a 33% chance of beating me in that match next week.
right? Like, why would you do all these things? But they want to allude to the shit, but they don't want to actually say, okay.
To the fans, it is this.
Yeah.
Look, I say this every week, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch this podcast, if you listen to us on Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Amazon Prime, all this, if you listen to this podcast, you know I say this every week. Vince McMahon thinks that you guys are stupid.
No, I think
Literally,
Vince is
you guys are
trolling
stupid to Vince because
Vince is trolling you.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He is the biggest troll of them all. He's probably sitting right now watching this show like, haha, let me say something else, pal. You know, he's probably doing that shit right now. You know,
Vince is like, what can I do to fuck with it? Vince is sitting down. He goes, that franchise player guy, bad blood. What can I do to fuck with him this week? Hey, hand me that egg.
Golden egg.
Yeah, I've got this $100 million egg.
Yeah. Let me bring this guy in here. Hey pal, sit down. I'm gonna teach you something. Slap the shit out of you. But then you got like Tony Khan, who's like, oh, so this guy right here used to be a tag team with Adam Cole, being Bobby Fish. Why don't we put them in a tag team match and put them like let's do some skits to where we actually allude to them being this person. And then you get CM Punk and MJF who cut these hellacious promos against each other. And CM Punk's like, yeah, you know, like blah, 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 like the King of Kings and, you know, like, you know, this and this and this. Like tonight, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Cody D's out of the ring and comes up with a fucking golden shovel.
And a sledgehammer.
And so you know what that was referencing. You know what that was referencing.
Yeah, AEW rewards fans that watch wrestling, not just fans that watch AEW. They reward fans that watch wrestling in general. Just whatever you watch.
Nice to see my boy Phil dipping his beans. Okay, look, I gotta ask you, Phil. What was the situation with the beans on the show? I know.
So this is all Righteous Reg. He went
to
a filming of Raw out in Oakland, at the Chase, and not the Chase in St. Louis, not that Chase, the Chase Center out in
fact,
yeah. So he went and he didn't enjoy the show very much, and during it he said, "Yeah, I just had to enjoy my beans that I brought with me." And at first I was like, "Wait a minute!" And so he's talking about the candy Boston baked beans.
Baked beans, yeah.
But at first I was sitting there like, "Were you like sitting there eating like a can of beans?" Like
Reg was getting mad at y'all. He was like, "Man, why y'all put me out there like this? It was a can. It wasn't a can of beans." I was shooting ultra chats, just fucking with them all.
Oh,
that was so funny, man. That's why I like that show, because you guys look like, honestly, Julian, if you have a Saturday morning, it's at 9 o'clock our time, 12 o'clock Eastern time. Watch them on YouTube. I'm telling you, the Grapsody podcast. It's him, Reg, and Will. Funny shit, man. I'm telling you, like, I watched the show one Saturday. I watched the show and I'm like, I'm gonna something. And I didn't even know you guys were part of Fightful at the time. And I was like, because I was talking to Kate, and she goes, "Yeah, you'll like this show. Watch it." So I clicked on it, I'm like, "Oh, this is funny." And it was the episode where he was going on a rant about how horrible Raw was. And I was like, "We need to get him on the show." And I messaged him and I was like, "Bro, I hate Raw too." And he was like, "Let's talk about it." I was like, "Let's talk about it." But hey, to show you how much I hate Raw, okay, and I'm gonna tell you, like, it's not that I hate Raw. Don't get me wrong, but 3 hours of this shit, like, I literally feel like I literally feel like I've lost like a part of me, you know. We always say we watch Raw, so you don't have to.
Correct. So you don't have. The funny thing is, I feel like Raw is redeemable in many ways. They just refuse to do it. Like Raw is that friend you got who like has potential, maybe drinks a little bit too much and just like sabotages his own relationships. And you're like, bro, that's a good chick. And like, if you just put down put down the OE, and just like focus on your career and take care of your kids. And he's like, nah, I'm just gonna drink and
I want you to
have
tell
these side chicks, and I'm
I
gonna
want
do
you to tell
this.
your boy.
And he's good for 1 week, and the second week he's like, I just got to live that life. And so it's
Look, this is what I want you to tell your boy. Just want you to tell your boy Reg that the Roundtable Pros and Podcast had to say about Raw. Okay.
No, it's not really awful wrestling. It's really awful writing.
Yeah,
look, it is. It's horrendous writing,
and it's really
I don't
inconsistent.
watch it.
And that's the reason why I love doing this show on Wednesdays, and I love doing the show on part of the show. I review the Rampage version, while he reviews the SmackDown
because you never
version.
know when Bobby Lashley gonna choke out somebody's.
Yeah, I can't do Raw, man. I've tried. It's just
they got rid of the Firefly Funhouse. Now they got Lashley's Daycare.
Lashley's Daycare.
Putting kids to sleep since 2005.
Okay, let's get back into some wrestling because that's what people want to hear. They want to hear about this cool wrestling show to watch tonight.
Wardlow.
So Wardlow confronts CM Punk on the ramp. So I don't know if you guys remember, but that was one of CM Punk's wants was to face Wardlow.
Yes, it was.
So do you think we're going to see him versus Wardlow next week?
Winter is coming.
Oh yeah, I definitely think the Wardlow match is coming. I think that's a way to continue to build to the MJF match. But yeah, it's definitely coming.
So you got to go through Wardlow to get the MJF.
Yeah, almost like the Labors.
So what about Shawn Spears?
I don't know. Maybe Sean's going to come out there and hit Punk with a chair, and it'll build to that match.
I don't know, but okay. So Shawn Spears was out there, and I just got to say, everybody in AEW is wearing Jordans because Shawn Spears came out in a fucking beanie, a suit jacket with no shirt on, suit pants, and some fucking Jordans. And I was just fixated on I have addiction. I'm sorry. I was fixated on the Jordans.
If you've not been paying attention, ladies and gentlemen, he's got quite the addiction to the Jordans. 187
pairs of shoes right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a closet full of shoes. I'm just saying, and 80% of them.
What's the latest pair you got?
So I was gonna get a pair last night, and I had to talk myself out of it. I talked myself out of it.
I was talking about the ones from last week, but goddamn.
Oh yeah, like I said, man. Hey, I make my money. I can do worse. I could be drinking. I can be doing other shit. I can be spending my money on OnlyFans. I can be doing all this other crazy shit. The only fan I'm spending my money on is me buying myself some shoes. I'm just saying. But yeah, so he comes out and Wardlow has a enhancement match. Now, these matches that you usually see, these enhancement matches are usually on like dark.
Yeah.
So this enhancement match lasted all of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And Wardlow beat the shit out of this guy. Which is why I don't understand why Shawn Spears said to come out with the chair and break the chair on the guy, like beat the guy senseless with the chair.
He says accountability buddy, or however MJF called him.
And when he used that chair, when he hit him with the chair, he looked like he was in like a trance. Like he was like, oh, like he just, like it was, like he was like dealing with a bunch of blue chew or something. Like he just.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I enjoy Shawn Spears as a henchman. I feel like in some ways he's like a bizarro version of Brandon Cutler that just comes out and hits people with chairs, and it works for him.
Yes.
But you know why? Because it's a sport coat, it's a sport jacket with no shirt. That is what makes it really work. Because you're like, why is this motherfucker? Okay, whatever.
But it was just weird because he was like out there, but he had like ankle socks on, and I'm like, if you're gonna dress the part. You know what I mean?
So Wardlow wears the dress shoes with no socks. So I mean, he's got to have his own little signature thing.
Yeah, I guess. I just gotta give a quick shout out to Britt Baker though. She got the hottest Twitter game right now. Why is she on Twitter right now? She said a hashtag 2 legends is a picture of her and Sting, and she's wearing an NWO Wolfpack red and black shirt, right? It's from the Wolfpack. It's the Wolfpack shirt with the Taz. And 2 minutes before, she posted a picture with MJF, which made it even funnier. Oh,
Hey man, she makes it around.
Yeah, she's doing the gimmick.
She gets around.
So this match was honestly, it was like a filler. They could have did so much more with that. Like, if you want to, I mean, I get the fact that you're hyping up MJF, having these henchmen, but it didn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
it was too WWE.
Yeah, I feel like the whole purpose was just to put Wardlow on TV to show people like, hey, he still has Wardlow, guys, and we're going to do the Wardlow match either next week or the week after.
I think Wardlow's
he's going to powerbomb people 3 times.
I think Wardlow's going to turn on MJF, and that's the match that I want to see.
Yeah,
I feel like that's Virgil gimmick.
Yeah, it's coming eventually.
Hopefully sooner than later. If you're listening, Tony Khan, pull that trigger. Please pull that trigger. So Julian, let's go to the next match because I know you want to talk about the next match.
Yeah, so the next match, what somebody that's kind of grown on me. We have Sting and Darby Allin versus your boy, Billy Gunn.
Why you gotta be my boy?
Billy Gunn and the Gun Club. So I really think that this match goes back all the way to WrestleMania at the Levi Stadium.
I knew you were going to say that. Even the commentators said something about it. I think it was it Taz that said something about it?
Yeah, where Sting was having his match with Triple H. She was going to lose anyway, but of course, out comes DX to help. The New Age Outlaws. Billy Gunn comes out. And then, so I got to say, the reason why I remember this, I was at Levi Stadium. I was in San Francisco for this WrestleMania. And I remember the huge pop when, the NWO music hit and out comes Hollywood and Hall and Nash to help Sting for some reason.
The Wolfpack,
but it was WCW.
Wolfpack, that's why.
Come on, Sting was always Sting, But it was like the very last remnants of WCW versus WWF, and
WWE got to win.
Vince never loses. So anyway,
that's right.
This is what we're getting here, and so Darby Allin looking good. So let's flash back to last week. When the Gun Club had their match, first Sting came out, and one of the Gun kids ran up to attack Sting, and I don't know where the hell Darby Allin came from.
Dude, he hit him harder than a Packer hit Vikings.
He had just finished taking the online class on like how to jump Seth Rollins. he just shot out of, like, he came out of nowhere, just like out the side of the camera, and just clocked this motherfucker.
It was so fast. That's why I kept saying, I was like, is that the fan from Seth Rollins?
Where the hell did he come from? Yeah. So yeah,
he said down the show like, damn.
Yeah, that was crazy. That dive he did this week where he bounced off Billy, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Okay, you told me the dive where he landed on his neck on the outside.
Yeah, the way he ricocheted off Billy, I was like, oof.
I was like, Darby's dead. He hit that dive. Look.
So the thing is, we saw so during All In, we saw Darby Allin fucking shoot out the ring to hit MJF.
Uh-huh.
Billy Gunn's a different dude. This guy it's really funny. People have said this all the time. He is deceptively big.
Okay,
like,
so I'm gonna tell you.
When you see him in the ring next to everyone else, he looks like average size. This is a big one.
Look, I did a show in Indianapolis, Indiana for the NWA, and Billy Gunn, he's best friends with what's that guy who used to be the vampire with Shelly Martinez. God, I can't think of his name. Anyway,
Okay.
he does like a vampire gimmick, but he was with Shelly Martinez back in the WWE. Kevin Thorne. Kevin Thorne. So him and Kevin Thorne are like best friends, and they're on the show.
All in white dude. His
Maybe
previous
it's like a
gimmick
Mortis.
was
Mortis.
What'd you say?
Like, what was it, Malachi or something like that? Or...
Malachi, yeah, something like that.
So I walk in the locker room and I'm like, Jesus Christ, that guy is big, right? And then Billy Gunn comes out and he's wearing like a tank top, and it's like a medium. And he comes on, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Mordecai, that's his name. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that dude is so fucking big. I mean, it was like Omos. I was like, he's just so big. I'm like, he's just so big. And he's like 49 years old, like 50-something years old. He's fucking huge. So Sting is a big dude too. People think Sting's small. Sting's actually a pretty fucking big dude. But next to Sting, it's like me, my 225-pound ass standing next to 140-pound Darby Allin's ass. It was ridiculous, man. Well, so when Sting tagged in and Billy Gunn tagged in and they walked up face to face, I was like, oh shit. This is some big shit.
Yeah.
Man, it was awesome. That was so, awesome tag match.
Colton gets in the ring. So you have Colton.
You have Billy, and you have Austin.
Yeah, so
Austin's the one that said the racist comments. That's why he's off. That's why he's not wrestling.
So you have Colt Gunn, which is like for all you Supernatural fans out there. You have Colt out there wrestling Darby Allin, and Darby's out there putting some work in. He ends up bleeding. Sting's in there doing the Stinger splash and whatnot. And then you have, Darby gets caught between Billy and Colton, and then he tags out to Sting. Sting comes in, he does his, all of his usual stuff. So here's the thing. Sting is great. And the reason why I say Sting is great is because he gets his work in and he does his brawling style.
Yep.
If you guys remember back before Stone Cold Steve Austin got his neck injured, he kind of was a more technical wrestler. But after his neck got fucked up, he had to go to a brawling style. And that's what a lot of these guys do. So, what's his name? Seth Rollins fucked up Sting's neck. So now Sting is just doing brawling. And, he comes in, he punches, he kicks, he Stinger splashes, he does his thing. But he's the icon Sting, and it's good enough for what he does. And so
he's playing his role.
So he can still do a Scorpion Deathlock. He can still do the Scorpion Death Drop, and at the very end of it, Sting and Darby Allin win.
That tag team finisher they had was pretty hot though. That reverse stunner that Darby does right into the Sting Scorpion Death Drop was pretty fucking good. I think that the fact that Darby is a psycho, and even from day one, like a lot of people don't know, but BCW Worldwide, the company that I'm one of the owners of, we gave Darby Allin his actual first professional wrestling match in Portland, and he was psycho then. And the shit that he's doing now is crazy. Like, do you guys remember that pay-per-view where he was taped to a chair?
Yes.
He was taped to like feet and hand. He did the trust fall with the chair.
Yeah.
Like dude, crazy. Great. Thank you very much, Brian Lee. Thank you very much for that. I tried.
If you could somehow get signed on to be his personal chiropractor, he makes some serious money.
Yeah, you can retire off Darby Allin and that shit. I'm telling you.
Hey, man. So speaking of speaking of tag team finishers that are over or have some promise, stick with me here. Every now and then when I watch wrestling, my daughter will walk in and she'll see what I'm watching, and she'll be like, "What the hell is that?" She's not a fan of wrestling, but every now and then she'll see our people and she'll take the time to actually see what's going on. The tag team of Waves and Curls.
I love Waves and Curls.
I
Have
think
this-
they're great.
They have
No, it's
this
just the name.
finisher.
The name is just Waves and Curls. It's just like they just slapped you in the face. You know, it's like
They have this finisher that is a choke slam into a almost like a jumping elbow or a savage elbow at the same time. And my daughter goes, "Oh goddamn!" And so I was like, "Okay, this just might get over."
man. I mean, I don't know. You say you don't like Waves and Curls?
No, I think they're dope. Yeah, I like them.
I like the name. The name, like, see, when you get a gimmick and you get a gimmick with a great
Yes.
name,
Yes,
if you can live that gimmick with the name, your money. And just the gimmick, the name. When I first saw that on Twitter, I was like, "Shut the fuck up! I gotta see these guys."
yeah.
So I just am investing. I'm like, I'm gonna book these guys in Oregon. You just watch. They're gonna be in
Yeah.
fucking Portland before you know it.
I think they're great. I think they have a good look. I think their gear looks good. They have some cool merch. I like them.
Shout out to Waves and Curls. I mean, I got like a straight razor cut. I ain't got no waves or curls, but you know, it is what it is. So let's go to the
Undefeated
next.
Gun Club, huh? They lost. This is their
Finally.
first loss.
Gun Club loses to Sting and Darby Allin.
Who also were undefeated.
Yeah.
But the Gun Club had like a 21 and like 0 record. They were like the Undertaker in fucking WrestleMania. I mean, think about it. They look to show you how strongly tight the tag team division is in AEW. They're the only undefeated team to not get a title shot.
Correct.
They have yet to get a title shot. Not even the fucking AAA belts didn't get a shot at them.
Which is a trip because you have Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus going after the tag team belts.
Look,
and,
we already know
under the
Julian.
guidance of Christian.
We already know, Julian. You don't
And
like
I'm sorry, dude. The
Jungle Boy.
Lucha Bros are not gonna drop the titles to them. That ain't gonna happen.
I mean,
that ain't gonna happen.
Lucha Bros got to defend that guy accused of belts against FTR, and
what is it?
so they have a 2 out of 3
falls.
falls lucha style match tonight, or
Yes.
tape. It was taped tonight for Friday's Rampage.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you any spoilers. Cassidy Haynes is at the show, so I'm not giving no spoilers. But they have a match where they do a 2 out of 3 falls tonight, and then turn around and do another one on Saturday for the AAA tag team belts in Mexico.
AAA.
So, man, crazy. But the match that I want to talk about, and I'm totally in love with both of these ladies. They played this. This was by far better than any match in that Queen's tournament, that Queen's Crown tournament. It was better than
Shut your
10
mouth.
It was better than the 10-person tag team match that we just saw on Raw the other night.
What?
It was better than Becky and fucking Charlotte at the pay-per-view.
What? The cat fight?
Yeah, that's right. Hot take. I said it. Don't at me on Twitter.
Better than the
Anybody.
cat fight?
I'm just saying. Look, Chris Statlander and
You
Ruby
will
Soho.
not besmirch the good name of Dewdrop like that ever.
You know we say Piper Niven on this podcast, man. We don't say that dewdrop.
Double
Yeah.
D.
That-
Right here. Right
Yeah.
here. Right here.
But I think that they had the single. Okay, I'll put it this way: they had the single best match on television this week. Is that better?
For the TBS title?
It was Ruby Soho versus Chris Statlander, and I'm gonna tell you, I was like, "Who gonna throw the first punch?" Because Ruby was gonna punch her, and then Ruby stopped and was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." And then Chris did the roll through, and she was gonna give her the big ass boot to the face, and then she stopped. I was like, somebody need to throw a punch, poke somebody in the eye, kick somebody between the legs, something. I mean, the last one ain't gonna hurt, but
Kick her in the titty.
it is what it is. But they really had a really great match, even all the way to the last possible second. So many transitions, so fluid. Like Ruby Soho, Chris Statlander, like they are the best at what they do. What do you think, Phil? Since we lost Julian,
I think that the TBS tournament has been phenomenal so far. I think all of the matches have been great. Like I can't think of a bad
No.
match in this tournament so far.
Red Velvet.
You didn't like that one?
No,
He was not a fan.
I was not a fan.
I don't know. I kind of think that Red brings out the best in Jade. Like I feel like Jade always has her best matches with her. I don't know. Maybe it's just
I
me.
agree.
He
I agree,
doesn't
but
like the.
I just don't like.
Yeah, not.
He's not. Yeah,
I'm not into the
not
whole
about that.
stirring it up. Like even when Dawkins does it, I'm like, what the fuck is he stirring up? Like,
Not even the theme song. Stir it up. Stir it up. Stir it.
No, I mean,
You're not
when
like it.
I don't know. I mean, shit. I don't know. I mean, should I put myself on timeout? Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I thought that match was good. I think the tournament has been phenomenal so far, though, and I feel like this is definitely one of the better matches in the tournament. I mean, you still got Hikaru versus Deeb in the first round, which was really really good. But this was really good. Statlander always impresses me. I feel like every time she's off TV for a while and then she has a match, I'm like, yeah, she's really good. And I feel like this was Ruby's best AEW match so far. And I don't think there are any other, matches that come close.
You know that Chris Statlander is the first female graduate from Creative Pro Wrestling. So yeah, and I believe Max Caster is like the head coach, the head trainer there, and I love Max Caster. That guy is funny as shit. I want to see Max Caster and my boy AJ Francis go at
Wait,
it.
listen.
The Acclaim.
I thought this was great. I don't know, man. Like in terms of what you said, like I don't feel like I feel like this tournament blows the Queen's Crown tournament out of the water, like by far.
I mean, that wasn't really hard to do.
That's right. Justice for
The
Piper.
Queen's
said,
Crown
"What's a good
tournament
draw?"
got like 2.5 minutes average per match. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, we were like,
silly.
I literally was sitting here like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and and time all of these matches. Okay, this sucks.
We
Okay,
timed
this
the match
sucks.
for about a week.
It was so bad. I'm like, I seen one match on AEW that lasted. It was Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. Lasted 22 minutes, 12 seconds. That's how long that match lasted. That literally was double the time of that fucking whole tournament.
Yeah.
Well, we even had that one. I think it was the Raw was the most egregious. Raw was the Raw women's tournament matches were maybe 2 minutes apiece, if that. Like if they gave them 2 minutes, they were the shortest ones. SmackDown got a little bit more, just a little bit longer, but Raw was 2 minutes, 2.5. And it's funny because Raw is a 3-hour show. You're like, well, you've got 3 full hours.
Yeah.
You got backstage bullshit that you could just not done because it did absolutely nothing to advance the show or advance the storyline that you could have given to a women's match.
Yeah.
And we know this because you just this past week did a 5-on-5 women's match. That really did nothing to advance any storyline.
I made a mistake yesterday, and I'm ashamed of myself. I put myself on timeout for like 10 minutes because I made this mistake. And I slapped myself twice. I actually accidentally watched NXT.
Really?
I mean, it was an accident. I'm sorry. Please don't
the
take
whole
my black
show.
heart. No, fuck no. Come on. I watched the women's ladder match. And I gotta say, man, the women's ladder match was fucking on point.
Yeah, the Kaylee Ray versus
Kaylee Ray
Dakota.
And yeah, dude, it was great. And they went like 12 minutes. And that 12 minutes, 10 minutes of that match was entertaining as fuck. And the other 2 minutes is because they both were on the ground hurt. You know, it was.
And so
if you can get a match like that on Raw,
you want to.
It's making me have second thoughts about maybe watching the pay-per-view maybe watching the show on Sunday. On
I forgot War Games was this weekend, actually.
Yeah, so, I forgot War Games this weekend until I accidentally changed the channel.
I had no idea until like I had a Twitter feed blip that was. I was like, oh, really? I thought it was on Tuesday or something.
I think Cassidy is going to assign someone to watch that pay-per-view and do a review, and I'm hoping we don't draw the short straw. Like I will literally Zelle or PayPal someone else money to do this damn thing. Like I will pay you money to do it. Okay. Man, hey, you know, Jay Shell is killing the game. She's writing all these, you know, she's doing the most. Shout out to Jay Shell. I mean, she can watch it.
Maybe Jay Shell wants to watch it. I don't know.
She can watch it with Kay Hensler. Kay has to watch it. Yeah.
Hey, so job. I mean, I haven't watched NXT in weeks. The last time I watched NXT,
said, wow.
I saw British Blacktop Bully 2.0, and I saw
he's talking about Rich Holland.
Gabagool, the guy, you know, Tony D'Angelo, FBI 2.0. I was like, and I was like, oh, so they mean 2.0 for real, like,
yeah,
for real. Like, we gonna get two brothers out there who was like, yo. Hey,
oh, we already got that. We already got that. Stop. And did you not watch Raw the other night?
Man, stop.
Dawkins and fucking and Montez doing the Homeboy Shopping Network gimmick.
They're not crime time, man.
Did you not?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Hold on, Phil.
I'm
gonna ask you. Did you not see?
Crime time.
I didn't watch Raw, so
okay. Well, you missed Crime Time 2.0. Shout out to my boy. Rest in peace, my boy. They didn't rob
nobody. They didn't just run up and give a drive-by.
Dude, they were like, yo, it's Christmas time, and blah, blah, blah. And I was
different because it's Christmas. You know, they got deals on the shop zone.
Montez is like, look at this watch. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Really? The last time they did something like this, the WWE just hates black people. That's what it is.
But it wasn't stolen.
They let Bobby Lashley beat up on kids.
Which is fine with me. I mean, really, it's on you. You should be letting your kids in the ring.
True. Bill Goldberg, I'll be paying attention. Rey Mysterio, keep yourself away from Bill Goldberg.
Keep it. You let your kids sign a contract. You're an awful father.
Horrible father. What did MVP say? Go give my number to Angie.
Your wife called me.
Oh man. Anyway, so back to some real wrestling because AEW is wrestling. That tag team match between Sting and those guys was great. Then we go back to backstage and it's Chris Jericho cutting a promo, and all of a sudden
he's a babyface.
2.0. He's not a babyface. He's a face, but he's not a face. And then 2.0.
He's a red meat babyface.
Yeah, he's not red.
He's a red cap babyface.
Sometimes, Julian, I swear to God. So I can't even get it out. Goddamn. So 2.0 and Daniel Garcia beat the shit out of Chris Jericho.
Man, I am not enjoying the Jericho stuff, man.
I'm not enjoying 2.0.
I thought 2.0 beating him down was great. Shout out to Buffalo boy Daniel Garcia wearing the Supreme Clientele hoodie just like me to West Side Gun.
Well, Dan Garcia, I think that guy is fucking, man. I watched him do some New Japan Strong. He's awesome.
He's great.
That dude is awesome. I mean, even Wheeler Yuta is pretty good too. You know, I mean, I don't know why AEW is not making him like a star, but Wheeler Yuta is pretty good, and Danny Garcia is really great.
Yeah. Yeah, so it seems like Jericho's going to be off TV for a minute. I'm guessing that's why they beat him down.
He's got concerts he's going to be doing. He's probably
I
going to
was
be
gonna
going.
ask you got a concert coming up or something?
I think he's got another Jericho cruise coming up in January too. Yeah, he's trying to get all his cruises in.
Okay.
But then we go back to what the interview that really got me earlier though was Pac and Penta. Pac looks like a fucking pirate, and he's got that one eye patch on, and they announced that it was going to be Pac and Penta defending the tag team titles because apparently Phoenix is hurt. So obviously, you know, Pac, if they lose the tag team belts, it's going to be on Pac. I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to lose the tag team belts on Rampage, and then they're going to win the AAA tag team belts back. And then we'll have FTR versus somebody else. Maybe FTR versus Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Because it looks like Kyle O'Reilly is pretty much done with okay, allegedly, it looks like Kyle O'Reilly is pretty much done with NXT.
Allegedly. Yeah, I mean, maybe Darby and Sting get the title shot soon. I don't know.
Maybe the Gun Club will get a shot at the titles. I mean, fuck, they were undefeated for like 7 months. Like, come on. Give Billy Gunn a title shot. Give him a title shot. I mean,
So
man wears like a
maybe
stinger on his neck like a girl.
so maybe Adam Cole and Bobby Fish, you know, they'll come together and they'll call themselves the Unquestionable Times.
Unquestionable times. How about
Incontrovertible
the Elite Era?
Establishment.
Undisputedly elite.
No, whoa. That's too close. Incontestable establishment. How about that?
The Click Clack.
No.
Was it just me?
Hey,
Did you guys notice that Billy Gunn and his son Austin Colton. That was a gun. Did you realize they both wore Shawn Michaels old tights?
I didn't.
There was the powder blue and white, old school, very first Shawn Michaels heel tights with the tights with the camel, like camel print.
Yeah,
they wore the powder blue and white ones.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, shout out to Shawn Michaels over there. But we also got news that the AEW World Championship is going to be defended in 2 weeks at Winter is Coming.
That's very interesting because that's where Omega won the title last year.
Yep.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yep. Think about that.
You
also,
well, you can't give Adam Page a short run.
Also, Adam Page isn't going to lose the championship.
No,
he's not. But I just think that they know what they're doing. They're planting the seed of what if he wins and Winter's Coming? I don't think Page is going to lose, but I think it's going to be a great match.
I think that I thought if it were me, I would have booked that world title match on the very first episode of TBS.
Yeah, that's all the way in January, though, right?
Yeah, I mean that's next month. That's like 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now. I mean, think about it. I would have debuted that. I would have had that title match on the debut show on the new channel at a new time, where you're already struggling.
Correct.
To get fans to watch the show.
Correct.
Because on TNT, they're drawing ratings. They're getting fucking 1 million people watching their show, but they can barely draw 500,000 on TBS.
Yeah, well, it's that time slot too.
I mean,
it's a weird
10
time
p.m.
slot on Friday. Yeah,
10 p.m. does suck on a Friday. Think about that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, everyone's like, oh, it didn't 10 p.m. didn't suck for SmackDown when they're running on Friday. That's because they started at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
X-Files used to kill it. You know what I'm saying?
So are the limits. So we go to the main event. The main event is the match that everyone is talking about, and I do mean everyone. We start the main event out with
Cody Rhodes,
Andrade, Cien Almas, Andrade El Idolo coming onto the ring dressed like Black Mask from fucking DC.
Yep.
I love his outfit. He doesn't take off his shirt. He just takes off the mask and he pulls on it like a knife. But he comes to the ring with a bag. His boy Jose comes to the ring with a bag, a computer bag full of shit. So Of course, Taz is like plunder, if you will. You know, shout out to Dusty Rhodes. The man's coming out with some plunder. But Cody, Phil, do you ever watch that show, The Boys?
No,
Okay.
I'm familiar with it though. I've never watched it though.
So
It turns out just like major, like
there's a bad Superman on the show. His name is Homelander. He's like a mix between Superman and Captain America, right? But he's a dick. Like he's a bad guy who thinks he's a good guy, but he's really a bad guy, right? Homelander is Cody Rhodes. Okay, he comes out with the fucking American flag gimmick. You know, his cape's an American flag with eagles and shit. Like he's like super Captain America, Superman.
He's the
Cody
American
Rhodes is a
nightmare.
comic book guy. Cody loves comics. The Codyverse is just basically the multiverse of fucking AEW. Cody loves comic books, so he makes his storylines about, you know, like a comic book, okay, a graphic novel, so to speak. So Cody comes out, and Cody has got more pyro than the devil has flames in hell.
Yeah, Cody has more fire.
Literally,
Everybody every week. Cody
Cody
Cody got nothing else. He got pyro.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna make myself world champion.
He may forget his wife.
TNT champion. Well, I'm taking all the goddamn pyro. I'm blowing this shit up every week. You don't like it? So what, bucks?
You may not talk about his kids, but he
Where your
got pyro.
Jordans on BTE? I'm buying them fucking fireworks here and blowing shit up.
He doing it Denzel. I'm leaving here with something.
Man,
I'm leaving
exactly.
here with something.
So he comes out with like all fucking just the world's blowing up
He's
around
like,
him. He just
fuck Goldberg.
and then yeah, right. Fuck Goldberg. He comes out like WrestleMania type pyro for his matches, right? Like Vince is like, that's why I fired that shit. That's not good shit. But he comes out with all this pyro. He's blowing shit up, and he stops and he motions out Iron Anderson. So Double A comes out and he gives him a hug. And before Double A can turn around, Andrade is all over Cody.
You know what they call him, Double A?
Cody got more pyro than the American Gladiators.
No shit.
Cody's a 4th of July display all by himself.
They call him Double A for Second Amendment.
Man. So Double A comes out and immediately Andrade attacks Cody, and they're just brawling, and he's beating Cody's ass up and down the ramp. And then the thing happens. Off to the right, Glock Anderson himself, Double A, the enforcer, takes the bump on the pyro ramp. I could not concentrate on what was going on the ramp. I was like,
for the
ours down.
for the business.
Oh man. Shout out to Double A Iron Anderson. Thank you for making my childhood dreams come true. So yeah, like this match took all the fucking shit. Like Cody comes out with a sledgehammer, comes out with a golden shovel because he's burying people.
The golden shovel, baby. The golden shovel.
Cody's busted open. And Cody loves blood. Like, I don't know what it is about Cody. He just loves bleeding. But they made an Atlanta Street Fight.
Cody's back. Is it a piece of trash from the back of the stage?
Yeah, I thought Cody had just been tanning and he had like a bad suntan and he was peeling. Everyone that was commenting about it was like, "Oh man, what's on his back?" Like on my timeline, all I saw was, "What's on Cody's back? Why does his back look so bad?" Oh, it makes me want to scrub it. Makes me want to peel it. I'm like, the dude just has like a bad suntan. Like, and then all of a sudden, I looked up and I see that Andrade has it on his chest.
Yeah.
So that's when Phil made a comment that you thought maybe it was some fire retardant stuff.
Yeah, shout out to the guys at the Public Enemy podcast because I think that was them that tweeted out that Cody's back looked like Kevin Durant's ankles.
Well, you saw the comment right here. Who's more menacing right now, Glock Anderson or Detroit? Your boy, hey Vincent. Shout out to Vincent, man. Vincent Forte doing the most in the comments.
Oh man, yeah, Vin's the man. Shout out to Vin.
Man, I'm about to go follow that guy.
But yeah, I thought he did some very smart things in this match. Every time Cody would do something to show off, like he has this long, ridiculously lavish entrance, and like right in the middle of it, Andrade was like, "No, I'm not waiting for your entrance to finish. I'm going to beat you down now." There was a spot where he looked like he was going to try and do the cutter off the rope, where he was motioning into the crowd, and as soon as he did it, Andrade got up and kicked him in the back and threw him through the rope. He did something else where he was trying to motion to when he ran over and he hugged T-Pain, like as soon as he turned around, Andrade was on him. So it was like every time he tried to do something to play to the crowd, Andrade would jump on him.
Shout out to T-Pain.
So yeah, I think that was very intentional. It was showing that he is still trying to be loved by the fans, and every time he did it, Andrade would jump on him.
There were two things that stood out to me in that whole thing, that scenario you just put out there. One was the fact that he hugged T-Pain, and so T-Pain gave him a chair. So T-Pain was down with us. T-Pain chose violence. He was like, "Here you go, hit this motherfucker with the chair." T-Pain chose violence. That was number one. Number two, that same chair that Cody punched into Andrade's face, Andrade used that same chair when Cody was in the ring and he was about to hit a suicide dive, and he motioned to the crowd before he did it. He hit the ropes, and as soon as he came through that rope, whack, right in the face. I think that's what busted Cody's head open, was that chair shot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the second we saw Street Fight, we all knew Cody was going to bleed.
Oh, yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this right now while we're on the podcast. Mr. Phil Lindsay is a hoodlum. He is a hoodlum, ladies and gentlemen, because he was there live last week and encouraged fans to throw the belt back to Cody and hit poor Aubrey, who I really don't give a shit about, hit poor Aubrey in the leg with the belt. Tonight, it's the same chant. Throw it back. Throw it back. And we ain't talking about dancing. We ain't talking about
throw it back.
Throwing it back. They didn't throw. The dude was like, "I don't want to throw it back."
Nah, Chicago crowd's different, man. Chicago will throw something back. We've seen it at Cubs games. Somebody will try and throw a ball. Like, they will throw that ball back. Yeah, they will throw a belt back. This is Chicago.
So I got a question for you. Is Brandy Rhodes trying to maybe cash in on Cody's insurance policy? Because she sure as hell lit. Man, she lit that table up, and she was encouraging the foolishness. And she was like, "Yeah, come on."
Brandy came out in a hoodie. She came out in a hoodie and a mask and was like,
"Bring him on down here."
She was like, "Am I your beneficiary?"
Exactly. Insurance papers are signed. We got a kid to look after.
Now, I said this on Twitter, and as a wrestler who's been in the business a long time, I know when a table is put up somewhere that's wrong. That table was way too close for a superplex spot. That's how you knew the superplex wasn't going to happen. I was like, literally, that table was way too close. Someone's going to break their neck.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it wasn't a superplex spot, but it was a reverse.
He was on fire.
He was on fire.
He was on fire.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes really wants you to love him. He wants you to cheer for him. He is begging you to cheer for him. He's also begging you to be a heel.
Cheer for him.
I think he's also begging you to hate him too, because we all know. Oh shit! Shout out to Thunder Rosa. Shout out to Thunder Rosa for joining the podcast tonight. True statement. Yes, he literally was on fire. Yeah. Thunder Rosa was on fire too. She's actually doing the commentary for the TBS.
She was.
The TBS. No, she's doing the commentary for the what is it? The Nyla Rose TBS tournament match this weekend. This Rampage. So shout out to Thunder Rosa right there. Yeah.
She also said that Janai Kai will be coming in for the match on Rampage.
And she's a Mission Pro student, isn't she?
Yes, and Janai Kai is great, so I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to that match.
I'm gonna, as soon as Thunder Rosa has some spare time, she's gonna come on the podcast and we can talk about Mission Pro because I'm gonna talk about the what she's building down there in Texas.
Shout out to current Mission Pro champion Holy Dead.
That's what Holly did. I love her. Yeah, so Thunder Rosa will be at Rampage, doing commentary for that specific match. So I mean, look, honestly, man, AEW was lit tonight in more ways than one.
Man, Cody definitely threw down the gauntlet tonight for anybody that I mean, he's main evented 2 weeks in a row, and I feel like both main events were fun. Like going into this match, I wasn't sure, but this was a fun main event. He did a lot of really smart nods to fans. Whether it's the Triple H stuff again, whether it's constantly teasing whether he's going to turn heel again. I think he's very smart, and I think he knows how to play to a crowd.
Oh, he knows how to play the game. He knows how to play the game. He's leading you guys down the rabbit hole. And him and Tony Khan together, perfect tag team. Like I was saying earlier before, Tony Khan is like a genius. He's a fucking master of this whole thing. Like, you think about it, he's booking the shows and the storylines like a fan, and he's giving you what you want.
Right.
You guys wanted long-term storytelling.
Now you got it.
The longest term storytelling is the Adam Page Kenny Omega saga. That was like, dude, that was like Avengers Endgame shit. like from day one of the company, the very first press conference they had, Adam Page walked on and said, "I am going to be your first AEW World Champion." And when he failed, he says, "I'm gonna do this," and then he failed. And he said, "I'm gonna do this," and then he failed. So he had 3 major failures. He had this storyline where he was drinking, where he lost all his friends, and he became friends with the Dark Order, and now he's got that confidence back, and then he comes back and he wins the championship. And now you're putting him against a guy who is and I really want you guys to really think about this for a second. This is why I say Tony Khan is so fucking great at this. Brian Danielson, the ultimate underdog. Vince McMahon was like, this guy is too short, he's too small, he'll never do anything. When he was on Tough Enough, they were like, this guy's never going to make it. The fans demanded, the fans rioted. They took over Monday Night Raw. They came in the ring, they took over the ring, and did all this. They took over the show to get him put in WrestleMania. And he won the championship at WrestleMania. He was the ultimate underdog. And now you build Hangman Adam Page the same way. Adam Page was the ultimate underdog. Now he's the world champion. So now you got 2 men in this industry that were like looked at as the ultimate underdogs. This is gonna be a fucking hell of a match at Winter's Coming. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
But only one is Earth's champion.
The planet champion.
Planet champion.
The planet champion. Captain Planet himself.
That's right.
But then you got Cody over here and Tony Khan. They sit down and they say, hey, look, man, let's put together a storyline that these fans are going to dig their teeth into. Cody is so over as a heel that's a face. And I say a heel that's a face because most heels, like Kurt, okay, Cody Rhodes right now is Kurt Angle. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. I say Kurt Angle is the best heel ever in professional wrestling. And the reason I say that is this. Kurt Angle came on and said, I have intensity, I have integrity, I have intelligence. I am the best wrestler in the world, and no one is better than me. And people hate the fact that he told the truth. Why was he the best wrestler in the world? They do want a fucking gold medal with a broken neck. I can't do that. Hey, I'm just saying, I can't do that. I don't know any professional wrestler in the 29 years that I've been around this business, and I pretty much know fucking everybody. I've never seen someone, knock on wood, win a gold medal with a broken neck. So to me, Kurt Angle was telling the truth.
He won gold medal with what?
With a broken neck.
With a broken freaking neck.
Broken freaking neck. That's right. So think about it. The dude had a broken freaking neck, won a gold medal. So when he comes out and says he's the best wrestler in the world, he's telling the truth. And fans are like, you suck. You suck. You suck. Why do I suck? Because I'm the best wrestler in the world, and I just told you that. Because people don't like to be told what to think.
Correct.
Cody came out and did a promo and said, cut the biggest heel promo, and no one realized it was a heel promo.
That's just what I said on Twitter. I said, the second he told you, I'm not going to turn heel, he had already turned.
He had turned. That was it.
He had already turned, and people are begging for something that he's already giving you. Every week he comes out and he lets the baby faces beat him down, and he gives you what you want in the match. Even if he wins the match, he still lets the heel, quote unquote, humiliate him. And that's why the Andrade stuff in this match was so important. He kept giving you moments where he would try and show up and do his kiss babies and wave to the crowd, and every time he would get punished for it every single time.
Right.
It's like when he came out and cut that promo, he said, I told you I was going to change the world. Because of me, you're sitting in those seats watching a revolution. Because of me, AEW is here.
Correct.
Because of me, all these fans and all these wrestlers from around the world are here in AEW. There's no me and team, motherfucker. There's no I and team. That's a heel right there. He basically said, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah. I mean,
and the fans did not realize that he had said that like 3 times in that promo. Go back and listen to it. He said it, and he took off his shoes in the ring and gave his shoes away and all that shit like that. And I'm like, Julian pointed it out too. I was like, oh, motherfucking Jordans were nice. You could throw the Jordans out to me. I love Jordans. What size shoe you wear, Cody? Shit, I wear a size 12. And you know what Julian said to me? And I don't think you remember, but I'm gonna paraphrase what you said. You can get those shoes. He only threw one out.
Right.
You a big ass heel. Hey, you want these 5? You want these Dior's right here? These motherfucking $20,000 Dior's? Here, take one. Just take one. You can. It's like saying, "Hey man, I got this car, right? I'm gonna give you the keys to this car, but it's only the key to the trunk." What the fuck? I'm gonna do the key to the trunk.
He's too smart. I think people that think that he is trying to not turn heel, he's too smart for that. And there's certain things that he's done, like even in Chicago last week, when somebody pointed out that this was essentially Cena in front of the ECW crowd. That's exactly what it was. When he threw the belt back and it got thrown back to him, it's the exact same thing. He knows Chicago. He's toured before. He knows where he is. Yep. He knows that the Chicago crowd is going to play into it. He's a smart guy. Like, there's several things he did in that match that were just incredibly smart, and I don't think a lot of people picked up on it.
Cody is a genius.
And don't forget,
the other thing that people
behind every successful man,
is a successful woman. Is a woman that'll set you on fire. Behind every good man is a woman with a lighter.
With a lighter.
Right.
And some lighter fluid. Don't worry, you ain't my fucking beneficiary. Set me on fire. No, but at the end of the day, man, this is the reason why people come to watch AEW every week. Because the subtle storytelling, the execution. Tony Khan is a very smart man. Tony, you should follow me on Twitter. You should follow the Roundtable Pros podcast. That's one of my goals. My goal is to have Tony Khan follow this podcast and have Thunder Rosa come on the podcast as a guest.
I laughed because with the Adam Cole stuff that happened, a lot of the stuff that blew up is because Tony responded to Will's tweet about it.
I know.
And so I was looking at it from afar and I was like, what did we do? We lit the match.
It's all your fault. See what you did?
We lit the match.
Hey, but look. See, that right there tells you Tony Khan's listening to us. Like, he's tuning in. He's like, oh, these guys, they know what they're talking about. Let me go ahead and listen to what these guys have to say. Tony is like, I got a boss at work, right? I work for the news. I do television production, and my boss is cool as fuck. he'll be like, "Hey man, I want to do a story on your wrestling show." I thought he was joking. A friend of mine today was like, so I just saw this news report today. It was a real clip, and it was like about Portland wrestling. And I was like, shut up. So I go back inside, and I'm like, I queued up, like, what the fuck? He did it. Like, I thought he was joking. So when you have a boss that's really cool, right? And you know, like that guy, you can talk to that guy any way, shape, or form. You can be like, hey Phil, man, what about them? What about them Lakers? You know, what about them? You know, when you can come talk to your boss like that, and your boss is like, oh yeah, they fucking suck, blah blah blah. You know, and you can have that conversation like you're just two boys.
Yeah.
I watched a interview. I think it was with Renee Paquette on her oral sessions.
Yeah.
It was Renee and Ricky Starks. And Ricky Starks basically was like, yeah, Tony's one of them dudes that, you know, he'll just come up to you and be like, hey, let's talk about some shit. And you guys can have a full-on conversation about just random stuff. He's like, Tony is like the most approachable person ever. As opposed to Vince McMahon, who people have actually said they stood outside his office for 10 hours to get 5 minutes with him.
Oh man! Speaking of Ricky Stark, one of the funniest moments of the night was Dante cut this impassioned promo, and then Dante comes out and stands out in front of him, and then
Leo
Ricky,
Rush,
then Ricky comes out immediately and laughs in Leo's face. It was so funny.
It was because next week, ladies and gentlemen, they're doing the Diamond Ring Battle Royal, wherever it is, and he did that. He came out because Team Taz had come out there, and Leo was like, if you know me, Leo basically cut a Steiner promo without the 33 and the third.
Oh yeah, that's right. Taz did the math, and then Leo came out and cut the promo in response to it.
He was like, you know me, I'm 100%, but even at 1%, you know you can't beat me at 1%. And he was like, but I got Dante. And he was like, but, and he was going off. He had the crowd going. Leo had the crowd going and everything. All of a sudden, Dante walks out. And Dante, I'm going to tell you right now, I know you guys talked about it on Grapsody. I'm going to say this. I think it's a swerve.
I think so too.
I think it's a huge swerve.
I think I would not be surprised. My prediction is also that this will be the first year that MJF does not win the Diamond Ring. I think he's going to lose. And I would not be surprised if Punk costs him the match.
I think CM Punk will win.
Which would be great.
I think CM Punk is going to cost him the match. And I wouldn't be surprised if either Leo wins it or something else happens out of that. It wouldn't surprise me if Leo wins it and Dante helps him win.
I still think
Dante's
that
brother
Team
comes back.
Taz contract was signed by D's nuts. I'm just saying.
No, because look, we all know Julian is a legit chemist. That's what he does. We all know. If you're going to look at a contract, you're going to sign a contract, you're going to read it.
Yeah.
The way they just snatched that contract up, they were like, oh shit, we got it. Right? Dude, either he wrote these nuts, or he wrote these nuts in your mouth, or he wrote 5 guys in your mouth. He wrote something
5
funny.
guys in your mouth. I think he switched the contract because
So
I think something happened with the contract that they're not saying yet.
Yeah, because it was too. And one thing you know about AEW, ladies and gentlemen, unlike WWE, they don't leave shit open ended. Like there's no hanging thread, there's no loose ties that need to be tied. It may take them 5. They may be like Marvel. They may write a story that starts in 2000 and ends in 2021 with an epic fucking saga. Like that's the way AEW is. I do think that there was something to it. Yeah. Like for instance, the Riho thing. Like Riho bumped out of the ring and she went through the second rope last year, and now all of a sudden we reviewed the footage and Riho. Like, are you fucking kidding me? A year later?
That was September. That was at All Out, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like think about that. She bumped out. Okay, in September. Here it is now, December.
Yeah,
that's 3 months. So you're telling me in 90 days, the no compete clause for WWE superstar in 90 days, this storyline is played out. Like Tony Khan is a genius.
Yeah,
Hey,
Leo.
So-
remember, Curtis Axel never got eliminated from the Royal Rumble.
It's still going. It's still going. It's still
It's
going.
still going.
It's still going.
Um,
It's still
but-
going on.
Yeah, Leo's entire character is basically that he's a scammer. Why would
Yeah.
he allow himself to get scammed?
He's getting over on people. So he getting over on people. He
Well,
don't
he's
get
not
over
a
on somebody.
scammer.
He's
He's just the
scamming.
smartest guy in the room.
LBO Leo, he's scamming.
He's scamming. But anyway, I do think that storyline is going to come to fruition, and I think Dante is going to turn on Team Taz because right now Team Taz has nothing going on. I mean, the
Correct.
Battle of the Belts is coming up, and if you go on the AEW website, they don't recognize the FGW title,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
on some websites they do.
yeah. I mean, in so many words, that's always been the story of the FTW Championship. It's not a recognized title.
Correct.
It is what it is. So with that, let's say, ladies and gentlemen, you want to support the channel here, you can go ahead and go to www.slamchats.com to support the boys and girls that work here at BodySlam.net. We totally appreciate you. That is www.slamchats.com to support the boys here, the boys and girls here that work at the BodySlam.net. Help keep the lights on, ladies and gentlemen, because without the lights, you guys will be stuck with watching really awful wrestling. That's right, I said it. Don't at me on Twitter. Don't at me on Twitter. I would not fucking respond. Twitter is the devil. It is, man. I am not gonna lie.
It kind of is.
But Julian, tell these cats where they can watch us every single week, man.
Oh man, we are talking about this podcast 3 times a week.
How many times?
If you're in Portland, Oregon, you can see it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So on Mondays, on Mondays at 10 p.m.
You do this every week.
on Channel 22.
You know this shit by heart.
Channel 8002, Central Link TV. On Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m., Channel 23, Xfinity TV, and Channel 8003, Central Link TV. Or Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m., Channel 11, Xfinity TV, and Century Link TV.
No, you know, Julian, you read this shit every week. You're the man who that is your gimmick right here, Julian. This is your spot. Don't kill your own spot on the podcast. Every week you read this. 3 days a week you read this.
You know what's funny? All of a sudden I realized that the days are not consecutive.
That's right, they're not. You just finally figured that out. That's why I don't read it, because I'm like, that's fucked up. But ladies and gentlemen, you can listen to us on Amazon, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora. You can listen to us on iHeartRadio and all those cool major podcast platforms. You can listen to these smooth jazz voice. You can tune in to listen to Chocolate City tonight. Your boy Phil Lindsay from Grapsodies, your boy The Franchise, and Mr. Chemical Julian, the mixologist of professional wrestling, the man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, tonight before you go to bed, say, Alexa, play the Roundtable Pro Wrestling podcast. See what she says.
She's going to be like, oh, hell no. Them guys are crazy. Oh my God, those guys are crazy. They be having all kind of weird guests on the show talking about this really awful wrestling, talking about Reunite 3MB and all that crazy stuff. No, man, but for real, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Phil Lindsay, tell these people where they can find you on the Twitter machine and all those good places.
You can follow me at PhilDL616. And of course, you can follow our podcast account at Grapsody Pod.
Ladies and gentlemen, you need to go watch your show on Saturdays. If you think this show is funny, they are funny. They are hilarious. Phil, Will, and Reg are 3 funny ass dudes. And trust me, you will like what you hear. You'll like what you see. They are real. They're just like us. They put it down for you. They tell you the if, ands, and what's about professional wrestling. And they ain't going to do like everyone else. They ain't going to sugarcoat it. They're going to give you their honest to God's opinions.
The reals.
Yeah.
For reals.
And ladies and gentlemen, you can reach us simply at www.bodyslam.net. That is www.bodyslam.net. If you want to go ahead and go there right now, you want to like, click, and subscribe, because guess what? we be breaking news. We be doing all kind of shit. You know, for all your pro wrestling news needs, go to bodyslam.net, ladies and gentlemen. And if you didn't know how to spell that, it is www.bodyslam.net. Man, look, before we go, final thoughts. Here's a final thought for you guys, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, so on final thoughts, speaking of bodyslam.net, speaking of our girl Jay Shell, if you want the latest on Big Swole, go to bodyslam.net.
Yeah, she wrote a story about Big Swole.
Yes, she did.
Shout out to Big Swole, by the way, too. Keeping it real. Shout out to my boy Black G's. Shout out to our boy Adam Gordon Woods, the Maharaja of MMA, the
professor of pugilistics, the Fiji Phenom.
That's right. All hail King Adam Woods, the tribal chief, the one I acknowledge. The only tribal chief I acknowledge on this goddamn show. You know what? Let's do something with Phil. Since Phil is a guest on the show, we haven't done this in a while. But I want to. You know what? I like Phil. I like the way they. I like their hot takes. So I'm gonna play this game with Phil real quick. Phil, team with, feud with, or fire. Real simple concept. You can team with anyone in the industry, no matter who they are, alive or dead, wrestler, announcer, ring announcer, commentator, dude who sweeps the floors, the mats after the show, whatever. You can feud with anybody in the industry, any podcaster, any podcaster, and you can fire any motherfucker you want. No, you don't have to tell us why, unless you want to. So, team with, feud with, fire.
This is tough. If I'm going to team with anyone, I'm going to team with Kofi Kingston, just because he's one of my favorite wrestlers. I think he's one of the best tag team wrestlers in the world. He's, well, seems like a smart choice. Feud with anybody, Matt Riddle, because I just hate him as a character. I can't stand Matt Riddle. It's horrible. It's a horrible character. I don't like his Twitter presence. I believe he has me blocked. So yeah, I think we're probably already feuding.
Wow.
I fucking hate Matt Riddle. Thank you very much.
You don't like the pigeons?
Bill.
I hate it. I hate the character. So feud with Matt Riddle.
Bro.
And if I had to fire anybody, I would fire Mustafa Ali because I want him to get out of that company.
Yes.
Chicago native. I think he's awesome. He's not doing anything worth a note there. Get him out of there.
And as a fellow, the son of a Chicago native, my mom was a Joliet, Illinois woman. Shout out to the Windy City. I agree. I really and truly fucking hate Matt Riddle. And I think Mustafa Ali really needs to go somewhere where his talents are appreciated. Because he is phenomenal. I have not seen that guy have one shitty match, even with Mansoor and fucking the Saudi Mania.
Correct.
Saudi Mania. The Mansoor match was actually really good.
It was really good.
I think people forget how good those 205 Live matches were when Ali was there. Ali could easily be the face of a brand. I really do believe that. And I just don't know what they're doing with him there.
Man, I like that. I totally like that. I was just told that we got that smooth jazz voice gimmick going right now. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, sponsored by bodyslam.net. For your boy, Chemical Julian, the mixologist of professional wrestling, from Mr. Grapsody himself, Mr. Phil Lindsay, it has been your boy, Double B Bad, but the franchise player. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back here on Friday with a little bit of heat for Rampage and some sour shit for SmackDown, probably. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us, and we will see you later. Peace.